the best friend to your sunny disposition.
Good evening, friends. It's Raymond, your host of the Inner Sanctum. Yes, he's bidding you welcome once again. Come in. Make yourselves comfortable. That is, as comfortable as you can around this very strange man we're going to introduce to you now. Yes, he's quite a character. Someone who hates you, one and all. Oh, but don't be alarmed. There are plenty of others here just as frightened as you. So do join us, because misery loves company.
Inner Sanctum Mysteries brings you one of radio's best-known stars, Mr. Santos Ortega. Tonight, Mr. Ortega appears as Gerald Hagen in Death Has Claws, an original radio drama by Sigmund Miller, presented for your entertainment by the makers of Carter's Little Liverpool, the laxative with the two-way action. Everybody knows what the name Carter's Little Liverpool means. That's why, for over 60 years, folks have bought them and taken them with confidence whenever a gentle, efficient laxative was needed. Yes, and they've known, too, that the name Carter's Little Liverpills also means added help, because they wake up the flow of a very important digestive juice. When this juice flows at the rate nature intended, it helps tone up the digestive system so that most folks can lose that bogged down, grumpy, listless feeling that so often accompanies sluggish, lazy digestion. So take advantage of this time-tested two-way relief, and always ask your druggist for genuine Carter's Little Liverpool, the best friend to your sunny disposition.
Of the morning in the backyard of a tenement house on Bailey Street. Mr. Kirsch, one of the tenants, has just rushed downstairs from his apartment in a fury. For the third night in succession, his sleep has been disturbed by a cat howling in the alley.
I'll bash your head. You ain't gonna break up my sleep anymore.
That's Tuesday.
Oh, hello. Didn't expect to find anyone here at this hour. You're Mr. Hagen, aren't you?
Yes, Mr. Kirsch. Whom do you intend to kill with that bat?
Those blasted cats. I haven't been able to sleep for 3 nights. I'm all worn out.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Mr. Kirsch. It isn't right to take the life of a defenseless animal.
Defenseless? What about me? My sleep is more important than the miserable life of one of these pets.
Bad luck to kill a cat.
Bad luck, my eye. Oh, I get it. You're the guy who keeps a house full of cats.
I have 3 cats.
I don't care how many cats you have or whose pets they are. They ain't going to howl anymore in this yard when I'm through with them.
I warn you, Mr. Kirsch. Leave those cats alone. I tell you, it's bad luck to kill any of these beautiful creatures.
Oh, crackpot. Can't argue with a crackpot. To me, cats are disgusting. Can't even bear to touch them.
The most beautiful creatures in the world.
Maybe they are to you, but they won't be so beautiful after I get through with them.
You had better go back to sleep and leave the cats alone.
Go back to sleep yourself. Oh, what are you doing up at this hour anyway?
I had a premonition that Apollo was in danger.
Who the devil is Apollo?
My silver gray Persian. With fur of the finest texture.
Oh, you're nuts, Mr. Hagen. I'm going to get those cats if it takes all night.
Go back to your apartment, you fool, before it's too late.
There they are.
Mr. Kirsch.
Missed them. But I am going to get them.
Never strike at them again.
Let me go.
I warned you.
I won't.
You leave them alone. Kill my cats, would you? Pest, you call them. You'll never call them that again. You're dead. You loathsome boor. You ignorant lout. And I'll kill anyone else who dares to lay a hand on my beloved friend. Who? They're all my enemies. I must be clever. This is robbery. That's a robbery. $26. Open money. Carry it up and throw it away. Here you are, my beautiful one. Come. Get back before he can see that.
The doctor here.
Mrs. Kirsch?
Yes, he's Mrs. Kirsch.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Kirsch, but you'll have to answer a few questions.
My poor Danny. Dead.
What was your husband doing in the yard?
I told him not to go downstairs, but he wouldn't listen. The gas was driving him crazy. He couldn't sleep.
Did anybody hate your husband? Was he ever threatened?
Hated. No, he hated my Danny. He never bothered anyone. He was a good, hard-working husband.
You know what time he left the house?
About 2:30.
And when did you go down to look for him?
3 o'clock. I couldn't understand what kept him. There he was, lying in the yard, on his back, his eyes open. I screamed. I got in and anything after that. Oh, Danny.
Well, that'll be all now. Come on, Sergeant. We'll go through the rest of the house. We're going to investigate every tenant in this building. This isn't a robbery. The wallet was found alongside the body. No thief would stop to empty a wallet. Anyone who committed a murder would get away from the scene as fast as he could. Let's go, Sergeant. We'll start from the first floor and work our way up. Who's there? Open up, if you please.
What's the matter? Is anything wrong?
One of your neighbors, Dan Kirsch, was murdered about an hour ago.
Kirsch murdered? Oh, terrible.
What's your name?
My name's Gerald Hagan.
How come you didn't hear anything?
I was asleep.
You sleep very soundly.
Yes, I do.
Strange that you slept through all this.
Very common. Do you sleep at this hour? It'd be unusual if I weren't.
Where do you sleep, Hagen?
In the bedroom.
Why, eh?
Question was a bit obvious.
That's just a little too cool to suit me. Most anyone would be shocked and horrified being awakened in the middle of the night, told that a neighbor was murdered.
Not my nature to be excitable. I think it's a good way to be.
I'll take a look at your bed.
Follow me.
Rumpled, all right.
What are you doing?
Just feeling it. It's not too warm.
I'm sorry. It's cooled off.
How long were you asleep?
I went to sleep a little before midnight.
And you heard nothing?
No, sir, nothing at all. I can't hear anything when I'm asleep.
Are you sure you didn't hear a scream?
No, I didn't.
Let's see your hand.
A 4.
I said let's see your hand.
All right. Here they are. Nothing strange or unusual about them.
That scratch on your hand. Where did you get it?
If you look closely, you'll see that it's a few days old. I didn't kill Mr. Kirk. I have no reason to kill him or anyone else. I'm a peaceful, law-abiding citizen.
Did you know Mr. Kirsch?
Not very well. I nodded to him whenever I saw him.
Mr. Hagen, do you live alone?
Yes,
What do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
All right, Hagen, I guess that's all right now.
Good night, officer. I hope you find a criminal.
We will.
Why don't you look where you're going? You stepped on my cat's tail.
I'm sorry. Hey, wait a minute. Dan Kirsch was killed trying to get rid of the farm cats which have been disturbing his sleep. Your cat might have been one of them.
Very possible.
You love cats, don't you?
Yes, I'm quite fond of them. I have 3.
So, you have 3.
That's right. There are 4 or 5 other families in this tenement who keep cats. I guess there are millions of people who own them as pets. There's nothing strange or queer about keeping pets.
Nothing strange about keeping a pet, but 3 is something different. I'm going now, but I'll be back. There's nothing I can pin on you, but somehow I feel that you know more than you appear to know. We'll look into this more thoroughly later. Good night, Mr. Hagen.
You contemptible meddler. Oh, I'd like to put my arms around your miserable throat and squeeze it until your eyes bulge in your face and purple. Control myself with great effort. I can be calm when necessary. But I can also strike with the lightning speed of a cat. Beware, my foolish meddling officer. Beware of my irresistible fury. It's you, Sheba, my dainty one. You want to be correct, don't you? Being your slave, what should I do but depend upon the hours and times of your desire? I wonder if any of Gerald Hagen's cats are lost. And if they are, you can take the word of Raymond, your host here in the Inner Sanctum, that I won't let them cross your path. But I guess you'd prefer the cats, though, to Gerald Hagen, wouldn't you? Now, he doesn't seem to like halfway measures. No. And wise folks who need a laxative don't like halfway measures either, when two-way help is probably needed. That's why they take Carter's little liver pills. The laxative with its dependable two-way action. First, Carter's little liver pills relieve irregularity, gently, fairly, and patiently. Second, they wake up the flow of a very important digestive juice, usually within a half hour. This digestive juice is a vital aid in toning up a lazy digestive system and helps most folks enjoy the happy sense of well-being that goes with the normal and proper digestion of food. So next time you need relief from the gloom of irregularity and a slowed-up digestion, don't go after them in a half-hearted way. Ask for Carter's little liver pills, the time-tested laxative that helps in more ways than one. Now back to our Inner Sanctum mystery. You'd like another minute? Oh, no. I'm sorry, but we can't keep Hagen waiting. He's so impatient, he's liable to do anything. But don't be afraid. I'm always with you. The following night in the apartment of Mrs. Jackson, a widow living with her son, Robert. She's the next-door neighbor of Hagen. The whole tenement is frightened out of its wits by the murder of Dan Kirsch, and Mrs. Jackson is no exception. She's listening to the radio.
Police working on the Kirsch murder case are in the law. The murdered man's money was discovered near the spot where the body was found, torn to shreds. Residents of Bailey Street are asked to cooperate with the police by reporting any suspicious character immediately. and to take extra precautions until the criminal is apprehended. The man may be a deranged killer. And now the sport. The boxing...
Good heavens, a madman. Bobby, come here.
Yes, Mommy.
It's time for you to go to bed, darling. I have a surprise for you. How would you like to sleep in Mommy's bed?
You might.
Yes, darling, both of us together. And you can have a holiday tomorrow.
And I don't have to go to school?
No, you can stay home with Mommy all day. Bobby, come here.
Oh, your hand's cold, Mommy.
What's happening in this house now? Open this door. Who's there?
Just had a telephone call that a suspicious-looking fellow was seen going into this house. You hear anybody walking past your door?
Yes, someone seemed to be in a hurry.
Which way did he go?
Well, it seemed to me as if he were going upstairs. Then I'm not sure, but I thought I heard footsteps in the vacant apartment directly above me.
Thank you, ma'am. Which one is the empty apartment?
This one off. 4th Street.
They're taking their room, all of you. Someone's liable to get hurt. Oh, here you are, Jack. Lady downstairs says she heard footsteps in the empty apartment. Better take a look.
All right. Keep your gun ready. We don't know who's in there. You in there? Come on out.
They turn the knob and push the door open with my foot.
Well, there's no one in this room. Come on, we'll look through the rest of the apartment.
Oh, this is no one here.
Wait. The window's open. Leads to the roof. You go around through the hallway. I'll go through the fire escape. Did you notice anything?
No, but this roof has plenty of places to hide.
Just a minute. There's something behind that ledge.
Yeah, I hear something.
Come on out or we'll shoot. Shoot at the first thing that moves from that ledge. It's only a cat. Oh, we killed it. Too bad. We can't take any chances with a dangerous killer on the loose. Come on, we'll take another look around.
My cat.
Huh?
What have you done to my cat?
Oh, it's you, Hagen. What are you doing here?
I heard my cat scream. What have you done to him?
Well, we shot him by accident.
Apollo. My beautiful Apollo. You heartless butcher.
Take it easy, Hagen, and watch your tongue. We didn't mean to kill your cat. We just aren't taking chances with a dangerous killer on the loose.
My poor Apollo. Dead. I wouldn't let you live. I wouldn't.
Where are you going with that cat?
Leave me alone. You've done your job.
Better call the SPCA or the Department of Sanitation to get rid of that dead animal.
Department of Sanitation. You think my cat is just refuse? To be gotten rid of like a pail of garbage? It was a living and beautiful animal. A moment ago it had a life, a heart, consciousness, feelings, dignity. Its life was as important to it as your life is to you. How dare you call it garbage?
I didn't call it anything.
Let me pass. I'm taking my cat to my room.
You'd better get rid of it fast before it begins to deteriorate.
That's my business.
He's a queer egg, that guy. Queer enough to do anything.
My beloved friend, they killed you. Those brutal, unfeeling descendants of hate drag you. I lay you down on your favorite cushion. They killed you. Your life meant nothing to them. Nothing at all. To them you were only a cat. Another animal. What do they know of your superb grace? How exquisitely and silently you walk, keeping your head erect with dignity. You answer And you, Sheba, my only remaining friend. They've killed our Apollo. No more will he sit on my lap. No more will I stroke his rich, glossy fur. I'm never to hear his sweet purring again. The pace of the thought came. I shan't go unpunished. I swear it. I'll wipe that murderer from the face of the earth. I'll kill him by degrees. Let him feel the torture suffering of slow suffocation. I'll squeeze the breath from him until he begs with his eyes for pity. Until the muscles crack in his throat. Till his brow becomes dark with the cold touch of death. I promise you, Sheba, Empress, I won't rest until you're dead. Dead by my own two hands.
Who's there?
Guy, Hagen.
Who?
Hagen, your next door neighbor.
Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait, Mr. Higgin, but I'm so nervous since this place was built. You can't be too sure in this house anymore. Every time I hear a knock on the door, my heart jumps into my mouth.
I don't think there's anything more to worry about.
You don't think the maniac will come back?
I don't think it was a maniac, Mrs. Jackson.
You don't? Well, what makes you think so?
Oh, I don't know. I just think.
Mr. Higgin, I heard about the cat being killed last night. It's a shame. He was such a beautiful animal and so smart.
He killed my pet in cold blood.
Oh, I hate them. Oh, it's terrible, I know, but I wouldn't hate them. After all, they didn't mean to do it.
All I know is that they shot Apollo. I'm worried about my other cat, Sheba. Have you seen her at all today?
Yes, she was in the hall a little while ago. Oh, I tell you, Mr. Higgin, this house is giving me a nervous breakdown. I haven't let Bobby go to school for 2 days. I'm afraid I don't know what to do. I have so much shopping to do, and I'm afraid to leave him alone. Tell me, would it be too much trouble, Mr. Higgin, if I asked you to stay with Bobby while I did some shopping?
Well, of course, Mrs. Jackson. I'm glad to watch him for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Not at all.
I'll just get my purse. I won't be more than 15 minutes.
That's all right. No need to worry. There's nothing special to do anyway.
Oh, here's his head now. It just walked in.
Oh, here you are, my darling Sheba. Been hiding in the hall, haven't you?
Now, you be a good boy, Bobby. Don't give Mr. Higgins trouble.
This is good, Mommy.
So you're having a holiday, are you, Bobby?
Yes, Miss Higgins. Mine wants you to stay home.
What class are you in?
I'm in 1A4, sitting in first or second seat.
Oh, that's very good. You know any poems?
Oh, yeah, I know. Hickory dickory dock.
Let me hear it.
Oh.
Come on, don't be shy. I'll tell you what, if you recite a poem, I'll recite one on.
You promise?
Yes, I promise.
Right. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, and down he runs. Hickory dickory dock.
Very good.
Now you recite.
All right. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I went to London to see the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there? I frightened a little mouse under her chair.
Why? Tell me more.
All right, you know this one. Ding dong bell. Pussy's in the well.
You already recited one about a cat. Now tell me one about a dog.
Don't you like cats?
I like dogs better. I wish I had a dog.
They're disgusting.
Well, I like dogs 100 times better than cats.
Keep quiet, you little fool. What do you know about cats? Nothing at all.
Are you mad at me, Mr. Hagan?
I don't like little boys who don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, here's your pussy. Here, pussy. Here, pussy.
Let go of her tail.
I can pick up the cat by the neck.
Get your hands off of your little brat. Just like the rest of your breed, I'll take care of you. You'll never hurt me more.
What are you doing to my boy? Are you crazy?
Torment my cat, will you?
Keep your hands off me.
Neither of you will ever handle my cuts again. No one's going to save you. Stop there, you.
Don't come any nearer.
I've got a knife.
Any of you come any closer, I'll put this knife in our heart. Hold off a moment, boys. Put that knife down, Hagen. You haven't got a chance. I warn you. Give away. You haven't a chance, Hagen.
Come a little closer, Captain. I'll let you feel my fingers around your throat.
If you don't put that knife down immediately, I'm going to shoot your cat.
I'll kill you.
All right, boys, get him. There we go. There we go. Let's go right down. Let's go right down. There you go. You son. Put the knife in there. No one get Mrs. Jackson's glass of water. Take her to the bedroom. She's fainted. All right, Sonny. Your mother's all right. Take him in with his mother. Oh, we got you at last, Miss Benningham. I have been keeping a close watch on you for the past 2 days. Did you kill Dan Kirsch?
Yes, I killed him. And I do it again. He tried to kill Apollo with a bat. He got what he deserved.
Did you kill anyone else?
Yes. Last year, a fellow by the name of Weaver ran over one of my cats. I got his license number. A week later, I caught him in the hallway of his house. He'll never run over any more cats.
You're a homicidal maniac, Hagen.
A maniac, you say. Because I watch over my cats and keep them from harm. I'm the only one here with even a spark of decency. I understand the nobility of cats. The only true friends I've had. They never deserted me, no matter what happened. That's more than I can say of the human race. My partner cheated me out of my money. My wife and all my friends left me when I lost my wealth. But my cats, they've been my only true friends.
Take him into the wagon, boys.
My cats. I killed them all. I killed my cats. My cats. I killed them.
Well, must admit, Hagen's murder motive was something unusual. Bash, it's a cat. Now, if any of you ever threw a shoe at someone's cat snarling in your backyard, I'd advise you to leave quietly now and go home with a friend tonight. Well, it's about time to close the door to the Inner Sanctum until the same time next Sunday evening. Now, listen in, won't you, and invite your friends, too, also. Oh, by the way, you happen to know anyone who's looking for a pet? We have 2 cats roaming around here who need a good home. Their names, Sheba and Empress. Well, here they are right now. I'll just put your name and address on a slip of paper and slip it under the squeaking door. And if you want the name of a good mystery story, there's the title of this month's Inner Sanctum novel, The Death of a Novelist, by Sally Wood. During the holidays, when the spirit of giving is in the air, don't forget 2 ways you can give right now. That means so much. Give to the Red Cross. It needs your help as never before. And 2, give to Uncle Sam. Give him more power to defend America by buying United States defense bonds and saving stamps. Buy all that you can today and every day. Well, good night. Pleasant dreams.
Attention, mystery fans. One of the first things a detective looks for is a motive, an all-important reason. What do you think it was that prompted John Gordon to say to his wife,
If I have to show Aunt May and Uncle Tim around again tomorrow, I'll be a nervous wreck.
Why? You've been looking forward to showing them this side for weeks.
That's right. Put me in the wrong.
Well, you are. Don't you suppose they can see how grouchy and irritable you've become, even with me?
Oh, don't be silly.
I'm not, John. You haven't been your cheerful self for days. Why don't you see if you can't get your good disposition back again?
How can I when I feel so lousy and sluggish?
Try Carter's little liver pill.
right, and when you don't feel good, try Carter's Little Liver Pills. They do the work of calomel, but have no calomel in them, for they are simple pills made of vegetable drugs. they wake up the flow of one of our most vital digestive juices. When this vital juice flows at the rate of about 2 pints a day, it helps to digest our food and bring back the glorious feeling that goes with regularity. Then most folks feel like happy days are here again. But be sure you get the genuine Carter's Little Liver Pills. 25 cents at all drugstores. This is the Blue Network, operated by the National Broadcasting Company.
Good evening, friends. Welcome again to the Inner Sanctum. I'm Raymond, your host. Come in, won't you, and sit down? Well, very nice to see so many of you here. People who believe in black magic, haunting, and ghosts. Huh? Oh, you don't believe in them? Well, our story tonight is about some sailors who didn't believe in them either. But it didn't take them very long to find out that such things did exist, that they were wrong, dead wrong.
Inner Sanctum Mysteries brings you one of Broadway's and radio's best-known stars, Arthur Vinton. Tonight, Mr. Vinton appears as Captain Bates in Dead Reckoning, an original radio drama by Robert Newman. When you have that all-in, down-and-out feeling, you may be a victim of irregularity. Then you can help restore your usual pep and vigor by taking 1 or 2 Carter's Little Liver Pills with a glass of water when you go to bed tonight. Carter's Little Liver Pills help you feel better by providing remarkable two-way relief. Relief you cannot expect from a simple laxative alone. Here's what happens. First, Carter's Little Liver Pills wake up the flow of a vital digestive juice, and they do this usually within 30 minutes after taking. Second, they help restore regularity. It's this two-way relief that works so fast and so differently to help you feel up on your toes again. So don't go on feeling way below par when you can get this kind of relief with Carter's Little Liver Pills. Get a box from your druggist now, only 25 cents.
Now I think we're ready. Ready to begin as weird and eerie a tale as ever made a sailor wish he'd never seen salt water. A story of something that came out of the fog to drag men to death in watery graves. So, if your nerves are good and you're not afraid of nightmares, then turn down the lights and listen to Dead Reckoning. The great banks which lie off our eastern seaboard are perilous waters, shrouded throughout most of the year by heavy fog. Slipping through the thick gray pall, with fog on wailing like a lost soul, is a small tramp steamer. It is late afternoon. There are 2 men on the bridge. Suddenly, the door of the wheelhouse opens. Afternoon, Mr. Ross.
Good afternoon, Captain.
Weather still is pretty dirty, eh?
It's thicker than ever.
You got lookouts posted?
Just the 1 man on the bow and 1 aloft.
Good. I've been sailing these waters for 20 years, and I'm never really happy till I'm off the bank.
I know, sir. Guess it's the fog. Never knowing what's ahead of you. What's likely to come out of it.
Something's ahead, sir. Just off the port bow. What? Where?
There it is, a schooner. It's almost dead ahead.
Put your helm over hard.
Hard over it is, sir. He's still coming with... There, we're just clear astern.
Another half minute, we'd have cut her in 2. Ahoy, you lubbers! What in thunder's the matter with you? Why aren't you sounding your foghorn? Something does seem to be the matter, sir. There's no one at the wheel. Yes, you're right. No one at the wheel, no one on deck, and... Look there. A distress signal. We'd better look into this. Half speed astern.
Half speed astern, sir.
Half speed astern.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. But she looks to me as if she's been abandoned. Maybe you'd better lower a boat, Mr. Ross.
There is someone aboard it, sir. Look, just coming up from below.
Great Scott, he's dived overboard. He's swimming this way. Up forward, Mr. Ross, and heave him a line. And when you get him on board, bring him up here.
Aye, aye.
Blackie. Got banged up a bit before we can haul him on board.
Take it easy there.
I'm all right. Listen, Captain. Get away from here fast.
Get away? What about the schooner you jumped off? The rest of the crew?
Dead. Every last man.
Dead?
I'm the only one left alive.
Dead of what?
That thing got them. One after another. That gray thing from the sea. If I hadn't locked myself in the galley, it would
What are
have...
you talking about? Oh, I'm sure you'd better lower her boat. Take a look-see, Mr. Ross. Aye, Archer?
No. No, you fools. Don't you realize that it's still there? On the schooner. Do you want it to follow you back here? Kill you off one by one, too? Don't you realize?
Oh, here, catch him on.
All right, sir. I've got him.
Good. All right, inside here to my cabin. All right. Put him in on my bunk, yes?
There we are. Poor devil. He was shot. Think he's out of his head, sir?
I don't know. It might be all imagination. On the other hand,
We should investigate. I'll take a boat over and see what I can see. Get board, man. Let her run. Around the stern.
here's her name, sir. The Sea Spray.
Uh-huh. Grab that line. Make it fast, Carlson.
Aye, sir.
That's the ticket. Now hold it steady, man, while Garson and I climb on board.
Huh? You want me to come with you, sir?
Two of us will be able to search her that much more quickly. What are you afraid of?
And I don't know, sir. I mean, nothing, sir.
Come on.
She still got all her sails set, sir. And everything battened down, just as if there was nothing wrong.
Ahoy, anybody about? Ahoy! Well, let's go below.
What's the need of that, sir? If there was anybody down there, wouldn't they answer?
Suppose they're sick. Suppose it's the plague or something.
Well, okay, sir.
Everything's shipshape down here, too.
Closed, careful. Still under all the bunks?
That must be the galley. Take a look in there, Garson.
I see. Nothing in here either. Hot still on the stove like the cook had just been fixing supper. Couldn't it be the fire, sir?
No sign of it anywhere. Couldn't have been a leak. A crew taking her to the boat because they thought she was sinking. She's not riding as if she was waterlogged.
Let's get out of here, sir.
What's the hurry? What are you so jumpy about?
Jumpy? Who's jumpy? It's just that... Well, suppose I am. A crew don't abandon ship out in the middle of the banks for no reason.
No, that's true. They don't. I'd give plenty to know what that reason was. Well, okay, Garson, come on. Let's get back to the ship. Make sure the boat's in place and everything's stowed properly before we get underway, man.
Right, sir, we will.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Ross.
Well, what'd you find out?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing? Now, what do you mean?
Just that, sir. We didn't find out a blessed thing. We looked her over from stem to stern. Everything was shipshape. There didn't seem to be a single reason why they should have abandoned her. But there wasn't a soul on board.
Strange. Mighty strange. Well, let's go inside and see if our friends come through yet.
Yes, sir. Hey, he's trying to sit up.
Oh, here, now let me help you. Yeah. Are you sure you're all right now?
Yes, sir. Sorry I keeled over. I guess I was in worse shape than I thought I was. I'm sorry I spoke to you like that.
Oh, now, forget it. What's your name?
Banning, sir. Joe Banning.
Banning, eh?
Excuse me, sir, but are we underway now?
Yeah, just got started. Why?
Well, it's the schooner we're away from. Then we're away from that cursed ship. The happier I'll be. If you hadn't come along when you did, we'd have to spend one more night on board that ship.
Easy, Banning, easy. There's nothing to worry about now.
Well, it began 2 nights ago. We'd been out on the bank. We were fishing for about 3 weeks by then. We were just starting back to port when the water went funny.
Funny? How?
Turned salty and red. Red as blood.
Rust. Corrosion in your tank.
That's what we thought at the time. But that night, men started disappearing.
Disappearing?
Captain Bassett himself was the first. I left him at the wheel. I went below to get some grub. When I came back on deck, he was gone.
Gone? Gone where?
We didn't know. We put about, went back looking for him. We never found him. Stevens, the mate, took over, took the next trick at the wheel. When it was time to change watches, we found that he was gone, too.
What are you getting at?
The truth. Well, we figured we could still make port even though we were short-handed. Anyway, we were pretty sure we'd be off the banks, out of the fog belt by morning. So that if we blew a distress signal, it would be seen. But in the morning, there was still fog all around us. It was like we couldn't get away from it. And another man was gone.
Now, look here,
Now, just a second, Mr. Ross. Let him finish. And that's the way it went? One man after another disappearing with no way of telling where they'd gone or what had happened to them?
Not exactly, sir. 2 more men went that day. Another that night. That left only 2 of us, Ross and myself. We were near crazy by that time. Trying to stick together. But we had to have someone at the wheel and we had to eat. I went down to the galley to get some hardtack. While I was down there, I heard Larson scream. I went back to the bridge. There he was fighting with it.
What?
That's just it. I couldn't clearly see it. Larson let out that one yell. Then went backward over the rail. I stood there staring. And all of a sudden I felt something. Something soft and slimy trying to take hold of me. I dived back down to the galley. Slammed the door.
Wait a minute. You mean...
Honey, something had come out of the fog and boarded the schooner. Something you couldn't see. It got all the rest of the crew, and if you hadn't come along when you did, it would have gotten me, too.
Let's see. How long has it been since you had anything to eat, Fanning? Since you had any real rest?
About 3 days.
Well, now, suppose you see the cook. Have him give you something hot and then go forward and get some sleep, eh? We'll talk about this again in the morning.
You don't believe me, sir, do you? You think I'm out of my head?
Oh, now, Fanning. You run along, and like I said, we'll talk about this some more tomorrow, eh?
Yes, sir.
You don't believe him, do you, sir?
You mean you do?
Well, I don't know. But I won't be sorry when we get off the banks out of this fog tomorrow. Good morning, Captain.
Morning, Mr. Ross. Well, good morning, Banning. So, you feel well enough today to stand a trick at the wheel, eh?
Yes, sir. I'm no deadhead. I don't mind working my passage.
Good. Fine. Had breakfast yet, Mr. Ross?
No, sir. The fog's still so thick, I thought I'd better stay on the bridge till you came topside. Funny thing, I thought we'd be clear of the banks by now.
Me too. Well, I asked the cook to bring some coffee up here to us. And later on, if the weather starts clearing, set it down here, cook.
Aye, aye, sir.
Anything the matter? What are you waiting for?
Just for you to try the coffee, sir.
Try it? What's wrong with it?
What is wrong with it? It tastes terrible. What did you put in it?
I didn't put anything in it, sir. It's the water. It's gone funny.
Funny?
Turned kind of red and queer looking. Captain, that's what happened on the sea spray just
Now,
before.
quiet, Banning. It's probably just rust, cook.
Is it, sir? Does rust taste salty?
I say it's rust. And I don't want you to mention this to the crew.
Very well, sir. So how are you going to keep him from finding it out for himself, sir? Oh, I almost forgot, sir. Sparks asked me to give you this.
Oh, yes, the radio check on our position. Check it with the chart, will you, Mr. Ross?
Yes, sir. Just finished taking the log reading and working it out, and Great Scott. This doesn't make sense.
What doesn't?
Look here.
Here's where I figured we should be, clear of the bank.
Well?
And here's our radio position, still in the middle of the bank. Right where we were yesterday.
What? But that's impossible. We've done a good 200 miles since yesterday. Of course, that's just by dead reckoning.
Dead reckoning. That's just what it is.
Banning.
You fools, I warned you, but you didn't believe me. The water turning to blood, the ship sailing around and around in the fog, unable to get away. That's what happened on the sea spray. That's what's happening to us. Don't you realize what that means? That thing from the sea. It's here on board this ship.
So the thing from the sea, the thing that can't be seen that came out of the fog and dragged an entire crew to its doom has taken possession of another ship. Will the same thing that happened to the sea spray happen again? In just a moment, we'll find out. Meanwhile,
don't sit back and envy the life of the party all that pep and ginger. You may suffer a headachy, sluggish feeling due to irregularity, but thousands of others do too. And many of them shake it off by taking Carter's Little Liver Pills. Try them tonight according to the directions on the package. Then tomorrow morning, see if you don't feel you can lick your weight in Wildcat. Here's the sound medical reason why Carter's Little Liver Pills are so effective. They can give you two-way relief for sluggishness, something you cannot expect from a simple laxative. First, Carter's Little Liver Pills wake up the flow of a vital digestive juice, and they start to do this usually within 30 minutes after taking. Second, they help restore regularity. It's this two-way relief that helps you feel better.
well, how are you feeling now? Have you had a chance to catch your breath? Wipe the cold perspiration off your brows? Oh? Oh, what you've heard so far hasn't bothered you, huh? Wait. Just a moment later now, and the three men are still on the bridge. Standing at the wheel, Ross and Captain Bates staring at him incredulously.
I tell you, you're mad, Banning, out of your head.
So you still don't believe me, eh? Did the water turn into blood or not?
Of course it didn't. That's nonsense. It's just rust, corrosion in the tank.
And the fact that we're still in the same place you were yesterday after sailing for 24 hours?
Our figuring was just off, that's all. Dead reckoning's never completely accurate.
All right, Captain. That's the way you want it, fine. But I wonder what you're going to say when the men start disappearing.
Enough, Banning. Who else is on watch, Mr. Ross? Who's the lookout?
Ready, sir.
I'll go get him. Tell him to come up here and take Banning's place at the wheel.
Aye, sir. Ready, ahoy there. Hey.
Now, as for you, Banning, you'd better get back to your bunk and lie down. Yes, you're sick. Mr. Ross should never let you stand a watch.
Oh, I'm sick, am I? It's all my imagination. Okay, Captain. Let's say you're right about the water. Our position. What about the sea spray? What happened to my shipmates, the rest of the crew?
I don't know, and I can't worry about that right now. That's something for the Coast Guard to look into. But I'm not going to have you scaring the wits out of my crew. So if you say one more word about this to any
All
of
right,
them,
Captain. I won't. I've got a hunch I won't have to.
What do you mean?
Nothing except that...
Captain Smitty's not there. He's gone.
Gone? Gone where?
I don't know. He reported here at 8 bells, went up to the bow to relieve Blake. That's the last anyone saw of him.
You dumped the galley of the forecastle?
No, sir. He must have dropped off to sleep or something. Fallen overboard.
Fallen overboard. That's what we thought on the sea spray when Captain Bassett disappeared. But he didn't fall. He was dragged overboard by that thing.
Will you shut up, Banning?
I won't shut up. What can I say to make you believe me? I tell you it's here on board this ship, and it's going to get the rest of us one by one unless... There's only one thing to do. Take to the boat. Set fire to the ship and abandon it.
What? No, I know you're mad. Get up forward and stay there.
All right, Captain. I'll go. But remember, I warned you. Anything that happens from now on is on your conscience.
Six bells and all's well. Keep where she goes, Garson. South-southwest. Aye, sir. South-southwest.
Blasted fog. So thick as ever. Can't see a ship's length ahead.
No, sir. Begging your pardon, sir.
Yes?
Shouldn't we be off the banks out of the fog by now?
I know, Garth. We evidently made a mistake in our reckoning. According to the radio compass bearing we got this morning, we're still around the middle of the banks. Won't be clear until tomorrow.
I see, sir.
Oh, by the way, Garson, what are the men saying about Smitty's disappearing that way?
Why, nothing, sir. Except...
Yes?
Well, sir, they can't understand how he could have fallen overboard with the sea so calm. And then there's this here business of the water turning funny. Feeling kind of jumpy about that, too.
Yeah, well, what's that?
Looks like a small craft fishing boat. There she is off the starboard, sailing parallel to us.
A schooner. Who's up at the bows? Look out.
Blake, sir.
Well, what's the matter with him? Is he asleep? Why didn't he sing out when he saw her?
I don't know, sir.
Captain Bates.
I thought I told you to stay below, Benny.
You did, but that schooner. Do you recognize her?
Recognize her? She does look familiar. Great Scott. It's the sea spray.
What? Can't be. We left it drifting a good 200 miles from here.
You only think you left.
Besides, when we left her yesterday, she was deserted. But now, she just out of the foghorn. There are men aboard her. You can see them.
Yes, men. But what kind of men? Look at them through your glass, Mr. Ross.
That's just what I'm doing.
Good Lord.
Their faces. They're all green, bloated, swollen. Why, they look as if they were dead.
Look. They are dead. Drowned men come back out of the sea, sailing on and on through the fog, following us and waiting until...
One more word out of you, Benny, and I'll put you in irons. Give me that glass, Mr. Ross.
Too late, sir. The schooner is gone.
Well, come on forward with me and let's see what's wrong with Blake.
Yes.
I'm coming, too. Me, too.
Now, what's that? You're on watch, Johnson. Stay at the wheel.
She'll stay on course. If anything has happened to Blake, I want to know it. And the rest of the crew will want to know it, too.
Well, all right, then. Come on.
I don't like this, sir. We may be in trouble if Garson won't take orders.
Yeah, I have a hunch we're all getting jumpy out of hand. It's all right. There's Blake leaning against the rail.
Blake? Look again.
It's not Blake. It's Smitty. And look at him, sir. He's dead. Springing wet and with seaweed in his hair. He was drowned, but he came back from the sea just like my mates on the sea spray.
Blast you, Fanning.
I warned you, but you wouldn't listen. Now will you abandon ship, take to the boat?
Now, I've had enough of this. Enough of you and your warnings. Grab him, Carson, Mr. Ross.
I won't go through it again. I can't, darling. One man after another go over the side track to his captain. I know you're sooner or later. Fanning, no! He went overboard. Wait, that's it. If he's rather commit suicide and stay on board this ship, we're not going to stay either. Come on, men. Report. We're abandoning ship.
What? You can't do that.
Who's going to stop us?
We are. Quick, Mr. Ross. The guns in my cabin.
Guns, is it? No, you don't. Stay, men. I'll take Blake here. Leave him there in the hatch. If this blasted ship means so much, we'll let him free on it. We'll take him to the port.
Captain. Captain Bates.
Oh, yeah. Why, what happened?
Don't you remember? The men, after Fanning jumped overboard, they went crazy.
Yes. I remember that. They swarmed all over us. Did they really go? Abandon ship?
Every last man. We're all alone, just the two of us.
Help me up, will you, Mr. Ross? I'm still a little shaky. Carson! There you are.
They didn't take the life raft, sir. We could probably get one of them over the side and...
You mean you want to abandon ship, too?
Well, not exactly, but after all, the two of us couldn't get her into port.
Is that the reason, or is it because you're afraid? Because you're starting to believe in that thing from the sea also?
It's about half and half. I mean, well, after all, everything that's happened so far, finding the sea spray deserted, Smitty and Blake disappearing, then Smitty coming back, drowned.
Very well, Mr. Ross. I'll help you launch a life raft, and if you like, you can go. But I'm staying with my ship.
Well, in that case, I'll stay with you, sir.
Good man. I kind of thought you would.
What's our first move?
Up to the radio room. We'll send out an SOS. Ask for help.
Right, sir.
Even if you do think there's some explanation for everything that's happened, the ship is kind of spooky now, isn't it? Fog. Everything's so quiet, dead, like...
What's that? Engine room telegraph. Someone rang for half speed ahead. Why, we're moving, getting underway.
Who? There's no one on board but the two of us.
Maybe one of the engineers didn't go. Stayed below.
No one stayed, I tell you. No one. There's just the two of us on board and...
Foghorn. So, Altai, I don't like this.
You don't like it,
Someone coming. They're heading to the bridge. Can you see who or what?
Yes. Banning. It can't be. He jumped overboard. He's dead. Yes, Smitty was dead, too, but he came back and...
Where are you going? I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to see if a corpse can fight back. Captain, wait, I...
Look out, Captain. He's got a gun. I've got it.
Well, oh, you're not dead, Banning. And it was you that was behind all this.
I don't know what you mean.
Now, you listen to me, Banning. Two of my men have been killed. The rest of them are out there in that fog place. Either you talk, tell me what you were up to, how you did it, or I'll let you have it right between the eyes.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, I wouldn't, eh? Give me that gun, Ross.
No, don't. All right, I'll tell you. It wasn't me that was behind it. It was Abner Dean.
Abner Dean?
Yes. He thought up this idea. Scaring a crew into abandoning ship, then picking it up and claiming salvage.
Salvage? Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
How did you work it? There wasn't anybody on the sea spray when I boarded her.
Of course not. As soon as we spotted you, Dean and the rest of the crew got into the dory, pulled away into the fog until after you'd searched the schooner. Meanwhile, I had two jobs to do. Hide them from the binnacle to throw your compass off so you'd sail in a circle. And drop a chemical into the water tanks that would turn the water red.
And what about Smitty and Blake?
I killed him. I dropped Smitty's body over the side with a rope tied to it so I could haul it up again. Hit Blake and chain lock.
Are you cold-blooded murdering? Listen. Foghorn and it sounds
It's
like...
the sea spray. They're cruising around waiting for me to pick them up. And there they are. Get ahead.
To the wheelhouse, Ross. Hurry, we're heading straight for him. If we don't gear up, we'll hit him.
Please, run them down. Do you think?
Yes. I'm afraid so, Ben. The propellers must have gotten those that didn't go down with the schooner. But maybe it's better that way. They say that drowning's easier than hanging, as you'll probably find out for yourself. Yeah, what's that? You knew there was no such thing all the time? Of course you did. But just the same, if I were you, I wouldn't try to stand up just yet. With your knees knocking together like that, you might find it a bit difficult, huh? But I do hope you enjoyed tonight's story. Glad to be with us again next week at this same time. And if in the meantime you should happen to take an ocean trip, and if while you're out you should run into heavy weather, and while you're standing alone on the deck at night, something should reach out of the darkness and grab hold of you. But don't worry. It won't be the thing from the sea. It'll just be one of the other passengers trying to find his way to the rail. Oh, yes. If you hadn't done so, be sure to read this month's Inner Sanctum mystery, Footsteps Behind Her, by Mitchell Wilson.
Will you wake up tomorrow morning feeling chipper and spry? Or will you crawl out of bed with that sluggish, headachy, what's-the-use feeling due to irregularity? Well, try this. Just before you go to bed tonight, take 1 or 2 Carter's Little Liver Pills with a glass of water. Then see if tomorrow morning isn't rosy and bright. See if your usual pep and cheerfulness aren't back. There's a sound medical reason why Carter's bring you these remarkable results. Carter's Little Liver Pills provide two-way relief. Relief you cannot expect from a simple laxative alone. First, they wake up the flow of a vital digestive juice. And they start to do this usually within 30 minutes after taking. Second, they help restore regularity. It's this two-way relief that helps you feel better so fast and so differently.
Good night, President.